Hello, welcome to my reading. And today we are going to be finding out if your person finds you hot, if your person thinks you're attractive. All right, so here's pile one. This is going to be pile one. This is pile two. Pile three. Pile four. And this is going to be pile five. Hello to those who chose pile number one. Let's get started with your reading. Does your person find you attractive? I'm getting the vibe that your person sees you like you hold yourself to the standard of like a little princess or like daddy's girl. So in return, other people assume that you're kind of high maintenance. You I'm really getting rich girl vibes. If it's not rich girl vibes, you present yourself like you know what you're doing, you know where to go in life. You dress gorgeously, whether it's name brand or not, right? And just really like earthy, like Taurusy, cause the first over here on the card, the first words I got was sight, smell, and sensation. So immediately, like that, like I went right over here with the Taurus. So you're probably a Taurus or an Earth sign, or you give off that kind of persona. And over here, literally, it's like give me stuff, give me stuff. I'm making my own money, but you want to give me stuff? You want to give? It's I'm getting from the imagery over here too. Like the man is working to the bone for their woman, and their woman, all the woman has to do is just stand there, be pretty, and then he ends up moving her. And like I'm getting that he's sweaty, like in the imagery, like he's sweating all of them because he's working hard to maintain the kind of lifestyle that she wants, the carefree lifestyle that she wants. So I think that's the way that they perceive you. So they think that you're only interested in people who are going to give you stuff. Let me cover that. Yeah, your person sees you as I'm getting over here um like oh I don't say apologies like cuz if you're right then okay, I don't care. It's more like that. Like that's how they perceive you. And then with the superiority complex, it's like this is like your true, this is how you are on the inside, this is how you present yourself on the outside. Okay, so does your person find you attractive? I'm mostly getting a no because they think that you're stuck up. Unless you know that your person finds really high maintenance girls very attractive, like they're into that. But I highly, that's not many guys. At least I mean, that's not many people I know find that attractive. So yeah, like over here, you're like, I have all these options. Like I'm good. Like I can easily walk in that door and go over here with him, but if he doesn't give me what I want, I can just walk out and just look for another door that I find interesting. So yeah, they think that you're a narcissist. They don't find that attractive unless it's what I said otherwise. So yeah, that was it for pile one. I am sorry to I offended you. So you can dislike if you want, or you can comment. Tell me off. Uh, you can subscribe if you want. And hope you guys have a great day or night. Bye. Hello, Paul 2. Welcome to your reading. And let's see if your person finds you attractive. And over here it says I don't or I didn't see it 3 to 4 days, and this is pregnant, and like they're both together, so it's like whoa. Okay, right off the bat, with these three cards, it's a definite yes. Oh yeah. And from here on out in the reading, I'm gonna explain to you what exactly they find attractive about you. But yeah, definitely, definitely. But I'm seeing this kind of. This is either someone that doesn't really express their love, or if not, they're really scared to express their love. It doesn't have to be love, but you give me like their feelings for you. And it was funny because over here I was reading it like if I was reading like if I was singing. I mean, like if I was singing. So I don't know if that has to do with anything with you. I'm just saying. Yeah, they've had these feelings for a while. If this is a new person, it like it hit them like it's immediate, and it's been there for like ever since they've seen you. But I'm really getting that you've known this person for a while and they've been there for a while with these feelings. I'm getting that they fantasize a lot about you being theirs. So yeah, if what I'm saying applies, if you're in a relationship with this person or if you're going out with this person, and I'm just gonna be speaking as if these like as if you guys aren't going out, but if you know that, just take what applies. You get me? It's like, should I even confront her? Am I even worthy for her? But then at the end of the day, I think that they're gonna end up confronting you about it, because over here it's talking about their feelings being too much. Like they can't help it. So I think that they will end up confessing. Like again, how he said this person doesn't really express their feelings. Person doesn't really talk much about their feelings. Like it's really hard for them, so they'll probably express it through actions. They see you as a they like that you're a very friendly person. Okay, I don't know if you guys have actually done this with each other. Okay, I'm getting kind of like you guys are just friends, right? And well, okay, come on, just say it, just say it. An example would be right. You're wearing a skirt, and you're like, oh my gosh, like I dropped my coins, and then like you just straight up just bend and snap it, but instead it takes a while for you to snap it. Let's just say that, because your butt's all out and like it's right in front of them and it's like only for them because everyone else is like doing something else or something, and it's like doing things like that where you're like pretending whatever. It's like you two get it. You get me that you guys like each other. Okay, and then with this analogy, um, either they fantasize about getting you pregnant or they just okay yeah. Honestly, I'm really getting pregnancy. They can definitely picture if this goes well that they'll end up being in a long term relationship and it'll lead to marriage. They really see you as a wife material. Like you never bore them. That's one of the things that they like about you. And I don't know why I got that she's sad because I don't know her significant other is on the boat and it's going away. And it's like oh whatever, I'm fine, I'm fine. Oh okay, so this was like back when okay. So this happened, right? And this is like it's been years since she's seen him. And then instead of I don't or I didn't see, I'm getting like I've never seen it. Like I've never seen him. I don't know if this is long distance, then this would make sense. But if it's not, I should warn you about this, okay? It's just I personally, it's toxic if for you to be stuck on one person like forever, right? I mean, you gotta live your life, you gotta learn things from other people. That's my opinion, okay? But from what the interpretation I'm getting from this, it's like they see you no matter where they go, they can see like 10 years later if they come back that you're just gonna take them back. And I'm just warning you that that's kind of, I don't know. I think that's toxic. I personally think that's toxic. Interpret it however you will. This isn't like, oh, this is gonna be like I see them in my life forever. This isn't like that. It's like they can picture themselves like leaving to the army or something and then never contacting you again. And then like 5 years later when they get out, they just hit you up like normal. And then you'll be like, oh my gosh. Like you'll be waiting for them. Okay, that's not right, but I'm getting just Empress vibes from this. I don't know why they think, I'm getting that they think that you're really fertile and that like turns them on. I'm getting that you have wavy or curly hair. Clearly they find your butt attractive. Whether 3 to 4 days means that this is when they're gonna contact you, then so be it. But I'm not really getting that. It's like I'm getting that she's being patient. Like, okay, well, slowly but surely, I'm gonna be decorating my place. So I'll wait until apparently, like, okay, you know how whenever you grow seeds and they're supposed to germinate within like a certain amount of days, it's like that. Like, okay, well, I'll see like on the fourth day, which is the final day. Let's see the outcome. I'm getting that. So with that in mind, I feel like they see you as someone stable and patient and that's willing to wait for them. I'm really getting that's willing to wait for them. And with this, like with them not even being able to really express their feelings correctly, if you're not with them already, like if you're not in a relationship with them and if you're not dating them, no, if you're not in a relationship with them, I kind of see this as a problem because they see you as a patient and really grounded and beautiful. Yeah, they think that you're gorgeous, like genuinely. I don't know if I've ever say that. They really like your voice. Specifically, if you sing, they really like your singing voice, even if it's bad. Like it's just in general, like they like to hear you sing. They like to see you be yourself. Yeah, that's all I'm getting. So, thank you for watching this pile number 2. Please like, dislike, comment, subscribe, and I hope you're here for the next one. Bye. Oh, have a great day or night. Bye. Hello, pal 3. Let's see if your person finds you attractive. This says don't leave me, and over here it says upset. I'm upset, and over here it says clueless on the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. From what I was getting from these cards and the descriptions, it could be they could like you, because I know this is if they find you attractive. They don't want to find you attractive and they don't want to like you. Yeah, they just think that you're like bait and then they're a fish. Then they're supposed to discern whether it's on a hook or not. It's like that. Like, is this live bait or is this like a trick? And then they kind of see you kind of like a trickster. And if it's not that, okay, I was gonna say they find you like a trickster. I don't really think that. They just have internal issues with themselves. But I'm just getting like it stops. It straight up just stops from like, oh, look at her boob. Oh no. No, I'm not looking at her boobs. I'm not looking at her boobs. No. No. Yeah, it's the kind of person that I'm not surprised if they as soon as they see you, they turn their back towards you. Or like they're like, oh, Nancy, you need help with something else, and then they like walk towards her just to like avoid you. But I don't even think that they're questioning why they're avoiding you, because they're scared to question themselves because they don't want to tell themselves that they like you. Okay, that they like you, because I know that you're asking me if they find you attractive. Yes, they do, but they don't even want to realize that. Okay, I already said that before, but I'm just really reiterating that. And I got, okay, this is the Aquarius. This is the Aquarius card. This is Aquarius, so there's an Aquarius up in here. I don't know which one of you guys are Aquarius. Yeah, this really, all I was doing was looking at these cards, but look at this. It's the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, and then this is clueless on it. They don't even want to see that there's a possibility of a new beginning with you. One of the reasons that one of the things that they don't find attractive about you is that, I don't know if you've actually done something like this before. They've got word of it, but they assume that you're the cheating type. that you're not loyal. You're just loyal to yourself, maybe your best friend, but that's about it. You're like a wanderer. You're like a free spirit, and you really love the chase. So if you don't think that they realize this about you, yes, they do. And then with the tongue sticking out next to the seeker, with this card, I really got them not even wanting to delve deep into themselves, and then with the tongue, it's like whatever. And with hangry and the star card, I'm getting that she's actually wearing an apron and she's bored during her job as a chef. So once in a while, she goes back to her project that she's working on, and she lifts up her apron to look at it, like, because like that's like the key. You know how you can write in invisible ink, and then if you put over a fire, you can see the message. It's like that. It's like your apron's like the key to see like the plan, and then you can add a little bit on it, and then as soon as you put the apron back over, it disappears so that way no one can see it. It's one of the things that they also don't like about you is that they think that you're too secretive. The only person that knows you is yourself. But they don't see you as like a evil kind of person, like someone with bad intentions. It's just it feels like the way that you present yourself to the world, they don't like the way you present yourself. That's kind of what I'm getting. Especially if you don't know this person, they don't like the way you present yourself. So either they know stuff about you that has led them to this conclusion, or you've done things that's led them to this conclusion. I don't know. I think a problem with them, not with you, with them is that they don't like to be stuck on people. It gets them scared. They don't even like relationships. They don't like intimacy. They just aren't about that. Like how I just said right now, they just aren't about that. That doesn't make any sense because there's probably a reason behind it, but they don't want to look inside. Yeah, I'm getting that this person hasn't slept with someone in a long time. Like they just haven't been intimate with people for a long time. They don't got side pieces or anything. They're literally alone. Oh my gosh! As soon as I look this card, it's like, oh well, corn, replace it with the P, right? Corn, like corn, right? It satisfies them. So it's like that's all I need in my life. I just need that. This low-key gives me, I kind of forgot what it's called, but it's those group of men who are like virgins, and they're like really misogynistic, and they like hate on the world, and they hate on girls, and they have like a bunch of like names like Chad and Karen and I don't know, like other names to like categorize people. You get me? I forgot what they're incels. Incels, yeah. This low-key gives me incel vibes. Yeah, and on top of that, I feel like another reason why they're scared to get to know you or anyone else that's like the opposite gender or whatever gender they're interested in is because they're freaking weird and they're just scared of you judging them. I'm getting like other people judge them too. Like they just don't want that there. Yeah, and at the end of the day, this all stems from a fear. I don't really think that you might have not done anything for them to think this, because for like you could literally just be a beautiful person and that just scares them, like, oh well, they're gonna leave me. They're gonna leave me. They're gonna cheat on me, and then they can easily like reel me back in because I'm gonna be vulnerable to that. Look, this person has issues, okay? This person has issues, so yeah. Does this person find you attractive? Yes, but they hate the fact that they find you attractive. So yeah, I'm not seeing that there's anything wrong with you, honestly. This person's all messed up. So yeah, like, comments, dislike, subscribe, do whatever you want. Hope you guys are gonna have a great day or night, and yeah, bye. Hello, Pal 4. Welcome to your reading. And let's get started on if your person finds you attractive or not. This has come through right here. Already just scanning through it doesn't look good, but let's see. I'm getting that she's posing like this to lure people in, like kind of like a siren. It's like baiting some. I guess this is like the plan, right? So you stand there, I got that someone told her to pose there, but whatever. And she needs to lure someone in, so she ends up getting intimate with him, right? And she's like, "Oh my gosh, I need you," but it feels so. In psychology, one of the classic, hallmarks of a psychopath is that right off the bat when you meet them, they compliment you like a lot. Even though it feels off after talking to them, it's like, oh, well, I mean, they seem like a really nice person, whatever. I mean, I'm still gonna go to lunch with them. It feels like that. Like, this person is, this girl, this woman in this imagery does not, like, feels kind of like they have psychopathic tendencies, or that's the kind of thing that they do. They lure people in and then they use them. And then they spit them back out. I don't know why I called specifically that. This person does that, but okay, I was talking about psychopaths, but who knows, right? But this person does that so that way they can have one over the other person. So, like, it can be a booty call that's gonna come like this because this person has pressed like the right buttons, knows what to tell them. If they want to leave, they know how to manipulate them back. Like, someone just under their fingers really feels like psychopath, kind of. I don't want to diagnose anybody. Okay, and that was this side over here, right? This feels like a narcissist empathic dynamic. Wow, but this isn't even a narcissist. This is like damn near a psychopath, okay? Psychopathic tendencies, just a lot of it. I'm just saying. Wow, I can't believe I'm reading this. But in this case, this feels like the woman is this. The woman is the one who's having them wrapped around her finger. And over here is the other case. So the feminine energy is the one that's manipulating the masculine energy, and the masculine energy is over here. Man, I just need to know if they find you attractive or not. As soon as I looked at over here, I'm trying to read over here, but as soon as I looked over here, I heard, I see through your BS. Like, this woman's using this man for his reputation. Like, she keeps on coming back, and then every single time she comes back, she treats him horrible, but then she comes back whenever he leaves, and it's like a cute poisonous frog, but you don't even know it's poisonous. And it keeps on coming over, and every single time it comes over and you touch it, like, you get sick, but you're just not making the connection. And it's just like, oh, well, why would that cute little frog, why would it ever stem from it? Why would it ever? It's like that, like, masking under a cute little face something more sinister. Someone catching someone else in bed or something. Okay, so why am I getting this story? If this hardcore resonated with you, just don't go back to this person, right? And it just doesn't resonate. I'm getting that the people that are gonna be choosing this pile are more of the masculine energies. I'm sorry this doesn't resonate with you. Choose another pile. Really, choose another pile, because this is more for like the masculine. Yes, they do find you attractive, but it's like they find you attractive as like a piece of art. You get me? Like, this person's so emotionally disconnected because there's something wrong with them. You cannot fix that. Please don't go back to them. Like, I'm begging you, please don't. And I'm getting that you're already starting to regain your independence again, but you're so vulnerable right now because it's so easy to get back into their grasp. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna be reading, okay? Just good luck to you. So please like, dislike, comment, subscribe, and I hope that you guys will have an amazing, great Amazing, great, what? Oh, have an amazing day or night. Bye. Hello, Pal 6. Welcome to your reading, and let's find out if your person finds you attractive. Oh, put it over here. Okay, and over here it says, I know what you did. Yes, they do find you attractive, but it's like in a melancholy way, which is very odd. I don't know if you guys go to each other for emotional advice. Maybe longtime friends, right? That'll make sense. Yeah, they do find you attractive. But it's not so much your physical body. They find your inside. Wait, I was gonna say your inside. Sorry. They find your personality, you know, your emotional side. They find that very, very attractive. Your emotional, the way you express yourself emotionally, they really, really find that attractive. This is weird. Especially if you've known this person for a long time, I'm getting thank you for always being there for me. I think that they constantly compliment you and they remind you of how grateful they are and also be in your presence, maybe. You help them keep themselves emotionally in check. They look up to you whenever it comes to finding an emotional equilibrium. Okay, that's what I got from here. So let's see about the cards. I'm getting a situation where you've known this person for a while. I feel like you've known them for a while. I mean like 10 years. Like you've known them for a long time. You've helped them mature so much. Over here in this particular situation, it's like it's doing something bad and then you finding out and you're like, why did you do that? And they're like, well, what's wrong with it? And you're like, well, think about it. Whatever, like you've helped them and analyze it. It's now to the point where they constantly incorporate. No manches, I swear. Anyways, it's to the point where now they constantly no manches. I'm trying to talk. It's to the point where they constantly incorporate every. Okay, patient. Don't yell. Okay. They constantly incorporate it into their lives now. It's a part of their routine, and whenever they have to analyze themselves, and you've helped them do that. You're a major part. You played a major part in that, and they're so thankful for you to be in their lives. I feel like this is kind of you've known them, and back then they were, I guess you can say, like a bad boy, a bad girl, like someone who would fight with people almost every single day after school. Someone who was a part of gang life, someone who was on the street, someone who was homeless, just like someone didn't have the right. You wanna know what I realized too? Right now, when I was getting interrupted and I was trying to talk, maybe you also helped them out with that too, with not interrupting people. With them not interrupting people, with them not getting mad. Especially like the outburst over here that I got, like as I was talking, and the person kept on honking every single time I was trying to say something. Okay, sorry. Don't get mad. Okay. And then over here, right? Okay, sorry. No, what I was trying to say is someone who didn't have the right people to look up to, that didn't teach them the proper ways of, let's say, being in a relationship, the proper way of handling your emotions, things like that. And you're that like light in their life that helped change them for the better. Like they literally wouldn't be where they're at today if it weren't for you. I feel like they're off on like new opportunities. They become more spiritual, and you wanna know what this would be so cute if this was a long lost friend, like long lost, like if this was like a high school friend, and you guys just never talked and it's been like years. They're still, they're so grateful for you still. Like, hit them up. Anyways, they're a lot more patient. They're definitely a lot more patient, which I'm specifically getting. That's not how they were before. They were not patient, and they were a lot more patient. They have goals, not too long term, you know. um, this is like a total transformation. I feel like on the bottom is how they would picture your interaction, because I feel like you guys aren't even romantically connected. At the most, you guys aren't romantically connected, and I'm getting like on the far end to the point where you guys aren't even in contact at all, like for years. Honestly, I'm getting nothing but sexual stuff. Yes, they do. Attractive, yeah, they do. uh Girl, you could have gained like 50 pounds, they still find you attractive because you're the same person as you were before, if not better, right? Because you're more mature. Both of you guys have matured, whatever. They would be really interested in. They watch your social media, by the way. They would be really interested in sleeping with you, okay? Like, they would really like that. But I'm getting that that's not really like an opportunity. So this is like a fantasy of theirs. Yeah, they set their eyes on you. Like it'll just be all on you, and I feel like this person would be like a giver in bed, and even afterward they'd want to just take care of your needs, like not just sexually. You get me? Like over here, like give me food. Like they'd want to buy you stuff, not just food, but they'd want to like spoil you. Like they want to spoil you to the point where you're like annoyed. You're like, okay, stop. Like I don't need to use you for money. Like they want you to say that because it's like, okay, that means I'm actually giving them the perfect amount. It's like that because I feel like you're good on your own. It's like just let me. That'd make them so happy if you complain that that you're giving to them to you too much. If you complain that, yeah, they literally like every single thing about your body. Specifically, they like your skin tone. They like your not necessarily skin tone. They like the undertone to your skin, and they really like it whenever you wear red or orange, like around those kind of colors, but not like a muted orange. You give me like kind of a bright red or bright orange, something like that. Yeah, they really picture what it's like. For Can you believe this is like the only sexual reading I got? Anyways, they picture what it's like for you to give them a handy. They're gonna call it that. It's just like things they want to see. I'm just gonna give you two examples, and I hope that you understand what I'm trying to allude to because I don't know how to express this. Like how red your knees get after being on them for a little too long, because you guys are sleeping with each other. It's like how red your knees look, or like how warm your cheeks are after you guys are done sleeping with each other. It's how the sweats, like where you would sweat from while you guys are intimate. I don't like little details. They just really pay attention to that, and it's just you deserve the best. Honestly, I'm not getting the world. It's just that you deserve the best. Whether this person will commit to you or not, I don't know. I'm not really seeing that they would really commit to you, honestly. But I mean, hey, that's for you to decide, right? Yeah, that's all I'm getting. What an ending. So I hope you guys are gonna have a great day or night. Please like, dislike, comment, subscribe. It would mean the world to me to do either one of those. And yeah, bye.